Enlightened World Network. We're here for a meditation a day, and our beautiful guest meditator today is Fran Bailey. She is an author, she's a teacher, she's got an amazing method called the SHEVA Method that we will learn about after the meditation. But today's meditation is called Soul Union. Discover the importance of knowing that your soul is your best friend. Fran, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Yeah. So it's interesting how I get started on these meditations. They just sort of come and I channel the energy, and someone told me that your soul is your best friend, and I will never forget it, because it's definitely a place where, we now really need to create that union with the body, mind, heart, and soul, and mental, physical, emotional experience that is really necessary right now. So there are two things I'm going to read. This is my book Emergence, and I always sort of pop in and say, what kind of page do I need to do? And first of all, when we make a connection to those higher planes and those higher levels, there is the density of us as humans. So our emotional state is really important, that we be in neutrality. So I'm going to read this to you. It's called Forgiveness. Imagine forgiveness as an impetus to freedom. Forgive and free yourself from all the wrong you think you have done. Patiently wait, allowing this concept to arise and integrate within you. Feel yourself letting go of all judgment. When you're ready, release guilt, shame, blame, or doubt coming from you or others. Bring attention to the inner voice. It can reveal the truth and set you free to unveil a deeper connection to the higher creative self. Experiment with the idea that divine energy is always beside you, waiting to be accepted. Breathe, listen, let go, and live in love. Treasure life's magical experience and witness all that is, while embracing the human connection in love and harmony. So that's sort of the setup of being in neutrality. But there's also, I'm going to read Rumi, and this is about soul, heart, and body one morning. So this is really elegant, and this is part of that creative, I would say, experience that we start getting out of ourselves and moving into a higher level. There is a morning when presence comes over your soul. You sing like a rooster in your earth-colored shape. Your heart hears, and no longer frantic, begins to dance. At that moment, soul reaches total emptiness. Your heart becomes merry, miraculously pregnant, and body like a 2-day-old Jesus says wisdom words. Now the heart, which is the source of your loving, turns to universal light, and the body picks up the tempo and elegance of its motion. Where Shamsi Tabriz walks, the footprints become notations of music and holes you fall through into space. So that idea is, where we actually give in, give up, and move into those spaces to bring it into the body. So I'm going to kind of go through this with your body, and I want you to imagine bringing in a grounding cord from the very center of the earth, and bring it up into create a space at your first chakra at the base of the spine, 3 inches in diameter, and include that grounding cord in your first chakra. Bring it up to your belly button and fill your legs and hips with earth energy, asking your body to clear what is not serving you in this current time. Good. And then from above your head, you're going to bring in gold cosmic energy through the top of the head, the center of the head, throat, chest, and the stomach to the belly button. So you're bringing in that gold cosmic energy to also clear releasing any energies that are not serving you in this current time. So this mixture of earth and cosmic energy is part of this process. So you always meet at the heart. But if you just scan your body from head to toe and just sort of imagine drops of water from above the crown, just going in the crown, releasing any excess energy that's not yours into the center of your head, into your jaw, your eyes, your telepathic channels, your throat, your chest, and your arms, your stomach, your lower back, belly button to pubic bone, and your pubic bone to where you sit. Just imagine those drops running through the body, releasing any excess energy, purifying as you release. Run 2 drops down your legs, releasing any excess energy, any karma, contracts, energies that are not yours. Send that energy down the grounding cord where Mother Earth will rejuvenate, regenerate, and recycle for you. And go ahead and release that grounding cord. And focus now on the first chakra, created 3-inch diameter. Bring in fresh new earth energy into your feet, your ankles, your shins, your calves, your knees, your thighs, and into your first and second chakras to the belly button. And then fresh new gold cosmic energy from above the crown coming into the top of the head, 7th, 6th at the center of the head, 5th at the throat, 4th at the heart, 3rd at the stomach. So we're ready to be in neutrality and start sensing and creating the energy at the pineal gland at the center of the head. So you want to come from the center of the head and open the crown chakra, the top of the head, and go ahead and go up about 2 to 3 feet. And as you're there, I want you to simultaneously imagine putting your hands on your second chakra, your body, your heart, and your head. Your head, your heart, and your body. So you're just taking those 3 steps. So you're at the second chakra, your hands are on the second, at the belly button, below the belly button, and the heart, and at the head. And the head, the heart, and the below the belly button. So those 3 belly button are second chakra, heart, and head. Good. So you've planted that energy in your body. Stay 2 to 3 feet above your head. At the same time, be present to your heart. And allow yourself to ask the soul to be present. Ask the soul to be present. I'm going to give you a few minutes to feel the presence and energy. The soul is your best friend. There's no judgment. It's the higher self. And allow that higher self to say hello to the heart. Allow the soul to embody in the heart. Take a deep breath. So you can be in these two spaces simultaneously, present to who you are, physically, emotionally, mentally. At the same time, embrace the higher self at the soul level. Good. Take a deep breath. It's nice. Stay with it. Allow the soul to support you wherever you are. And assist you in releasing any unwanted energy. That this moment of peace is part of the divine energy that wraps around you. Good. Stay with it. Feel that divine energy in your body, your heart, and your mind, in your cells, your organs, your muscles, your bones, your tendons, your ligaments, your spinal fluid flowing naturally, in your breath, in your blood cells, allowing that oxygen to increase. That you are part of the natural flow of earth and cosmic energy. Feel your feet grounded. And your heart is full with no doubt. Bring in a whole bunch of golden suns for your body, your aura, your chakras, your layers. Feel the edges of your aura and your body in the center of your own energy field. Look at the edges of your aura, the energy behind you, in front of you, above you, below you, on either side. That is you. Thank your body for the shifts you've made and the connection you made. Take a deep breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Thank you, Fran. It was beautiful. Fran, can you talk a little bit about your guides that work with you?
Oh yeah, my God.
How do they shape the work that you're doing?
Um, well, I think it depends on what level, when I started deep meditation, um, my Hindu guides were there, Babaji and all the Yogananda guides were there, and then Kuan Yin came in, and then, they come in all the time. So I think what happens is they collaborate and they sort of come together. Um, I think I have an artistic guide that sort of helps me write and dance and music, and the stimulus of art is always part of the process of creation. Um, I think, of course, Jesus is part of the group, Yogananda group, and he certainly has visited quite a few times. And that's the most humbling energy I've ever experienced. Babaji and Jesus are very similar in their compassion. Um, then there's Lahiri, who's kind of funny. And there's Yuteshwar, who's the disciplinarian. So it's sort of this group soul energy that comes in, and it's funny because I did this on myself earlier, and I was trying to find my soul. Is like, okay, where is it? And it's like everywhere. It's like in this higher plane now, that so I think we bump up or we advance as we spiritually move forward. And sometimes I think that the collaboration of the soul and they just come together. It's just always there. And trying to define it is, you know, when you give up and give in and really trust the process, that's when these energies come in. And I think that it's just a reminder of who we are, who we were before. I really believe that. And I think that the more I say that, the more it's okay to say it.
Sure.
That, you know.
So you channeled in the SHEVA method.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love for you to talk about that for a minute. And I'm also curious, do you sense any of your guides more strongly in the SHEVA method than others?
That's a good question. When you have, I don't know if you've done any art or choreography or anything, and it's the kind of thing where if you get out of the way, then everybody else can step in, and then it starts expressing itself through my body, through me. It's not me necessarily. It's just if I get out of the way, I just let it go. So I would say Babaji was pretty influential. He's actually in the book, so I've quoted him quite a few times. Kuan Yin brings in the compassion. She's in the book as well. She brings in the compassion of light and love, and just that being a female Buddha, she brings in that incredible energy. That's really just lovely. So I think that my influences, like Twyla Tharp, who's a modern dancer, I don't know if you know who she is, but she wrote a book about creativity. So a lot of artists were coming in, a lot of different how they would do things, and so I would read how they would create, how they would write, how they would, how did they do their art? So it's a similar kind of getting out of their own way. And it's basically what it is. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Would you show us emergence?
Sure.
It's a beautiful book, Fran.
Thank you. And here's Kuan Yin. So this is an interesting story. So everything I did was channeled. So I found that picture in Portland, Oregon. And that was the artist that I called to do another piece of it. So it was like this, I found it on a plane, and then I looked at this, I did a healing on somebody while I was in the plane looking at this. And those are the kind of things, you know. And that's the way it had to be. It had to flow one thing into the other. It's amazing when we get out of our way. Hard to do.
Could you take a minute and describe for folks the SHEVA method? And if they want to work with you, how do they find you?
So FranBaileyHealer.com is my website. So you have a kind of lots of tools to work from. If you want individual sessions, we can do a package of 3 and then a check-in. Usually I'm pretty fast, pretty quick, and I can kind of figure out what you need in those 3 sessions. And then, of course, it's a recording on Zoom, so you'll have the recordings. And, you know, I have my book. I have a SHEVA mini course. It started at the beginning course. I've got Enneagram sessions if you want to learn about your personality type. So that's there. You know, I did mandalas. If you want to do that, that's a piece of art. But, or I do one-on-one here in Cincinnati. I mean, in person also, but usually in Zoom. So that really it can read the energy through the, you know.
Mhm.
So there's that and the book, and yeah, I'm offering, I just did a karma cleanse, which was, I'm doing these little things, promoting the little things that I do, like karma cleanse. That was last month, and this month I'm probably going to do a what they call a self-inquiry, which is it's a tough course, but it's really, it gets right in there and you just get busy.
Well, and friends, SHEVA stands for Seeking Harmony in Energy, Voice, and Action. And as you can tell, Fran is beautifully built as a dancer.
Oh,
So
every day, honey, it's a trip every day. You try.
there we go. So friends, if you would like to know more about Fran, please check her out at franbailey.com. And is that correct?
FranBaileyHealer.com.
FranBaileyHealer.com. Thank
Yeah.
you. And Fran, thank you so much for doing this meditation with us today. It was absolutely beautiful.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so friends here at Enlightened World Network, thank you for checking in. Don't forget that your body is part of this. We spend so much time out in the ether in meditation, but it's body, mind, and soul. So let's not forget the body part. And Fran's here to help us integrate all of those pieces together. So take good care. God bless. We'll see you all soon. Bye now.
Thank you.